Hello students, good morning. Am I audible? Please give a response. Respond in our chat box. Good morning one and all. Please give a response. Am I audible? Give a response. Am I audible? Shall we start the class? Give a response. Please give a response. Am I audible? Okay, thank you. So, just I want to read yesterday class once for first 5 minutes. Then we will discuss the remaining. Before that, respond. What is control flow structure statements? What is control flow statements? Respond anyone? What is control flow statement? Give a response. Come on fast. What is control flow statement? Control flow statement. Very good, very good. Use it to control sequential flow of program execution. How many control statements? How many control flow statements? How many control flow statements? Okay. వాయిస్ లో వస్తుందా? వాయిస్ లో వస్తుందా? బాగానే ఉంది కదా? ఇక్కడ బాగానే చూపిస్తుంది కదమ్మా. చెక్ చేసుకోండి మీరు. వాయిస్ లో వస్తుందా? బాగానే ఉంది కదా? సో నా నుండి వాయిస్ అయితే మాత్రం ఫుల్ లెంత్ లో ఉందమ్మా. చూడండి, మీకు కావాలంటే అవుట్పుట్ కానీ చూపిస్తుంది. బాగానే చూపిస్తుంది కదమ్మా. చెక్ చేసుకోండి మీరు. వాయిస్ లో వస్తుందా? బాగానే ఉంది కదా? సో నా నుండి వాయిస్ అయితే మాత్రం ఫుల్ లెంత్ లో ఉందమ్మా. చూడండి, మీకు కావాలంటే అవుట్పుట్ కానీ చూపిస్తుంది. బాగానే చూపిస్తుంది కదమ్మా. చెక్ చేసుకోండి మీరు. వాయిస్ లో వస్తుందా? బాగానే ఉంది కదా? ఓకే. సో కంట్రోల్ నా నుండి వాయిస్ అయితే మాత్రం ఫుల్ లెంత్ లో ఉందమ్మా. చూడండి, మీకు కావాలంటే అవుట్పుట్ కానీ చూపిస్తుంది. బాగానే చూపిస్తుంది కదమ్మా. ఓకే స్టూడెంట్స్, కంట్రోల్ ఫ్లో స్టేట్మెంట్స్. వాట్ ఈస్ కంట్రోల్ ఫ్లో స్టేట్మెంట్స్ అంటే, కంట్రోల్ ఫ్లో స్టేట్మెంట్స్ ఆర్ used to control the sequential flow of program execution. So there are three sequential flow of program execution statements. First one is branching statements. Second one is looping statements. Third one is jumping statements. Already yesterday we discussed about branching statements. Branching statements. Branching statements are also called selection statements. Selection statements. Branching statements are branching statements are used to move the program controller from one program part to another program part, or move the controller from one statement to another statement, whatever it is. What are the different branching statements? First one is simple if statement. Second one is if else statement. If else statement. Third one is if else statement. Next one is nested if else statement. Next one is shorthand if statement. Shorthand if statement. Next one is shorthand if else statement. So next final one is match statement. So these are the different branching statements. First already we discussed simple if statement. What is simple if statement is? So first of all, if of condition. Already we discussed yesterday. If the condition is true, true block statements will be executed. True block statements will be executed. Otherwise nothing. Next, what is if else statement? If else statement is nothing but if of condition. If condition is true, true block statements will be executed. True block statements will be executed. Otherwise, else block statements will be executed. Else block is nothing but false block statements. Okay. Yesterday we discussed it, and also we discussed shorthand if else also. So again, I want to repeat one or two programs. Then we will discuss current programs. So, for example, some programs. So some program is write a program, write a program to print given two variables or two variables are smaller or not. Write a program to print smallest of two numbers. Smallest of two numbers. Smallest of two numbers. Two numbers lo ఏది smallest. For example, input. Input is 25, 30. So output is 25. So how can you write this code? So first of all, you have to focusing on input. How many inputs you have to take? Two inputs. First of all, a equal to int of input. Read a value first. After that, read the b value. So read a value, read b value. Once read a value, b value. Now we have to check. So in generally, what is the program? To print smallest of two numbers. So smallest. I want to think. A is smallest. So a is smaller than b. I'm just thinking for a. So how can you say that a is smaller? A is smaller than b. In case if it is true is nothing but if it is true, if a is smaller than b. In case if it is true, so you can use colon. If it is true, then what should you do? You have to say that print a, print a. If it is true, print a. If it is false, in case a is not smaller, definitely b is smaller. So in our mathematics, what is the smaller symbol? Smaller symbol is less than. So e is smaller than is nothing but in operators we are using less than. So a less than b. If it is true, a is smaller. If it is false, B is smaller. So save it. So just I want to run it. Suppose 100, 400. Which is the smaller number? 100 is the smaller number. We can easily find the solution with this problem. Okay. This is the program for finding the smallest of two numbers. Same. We already discussed some other programs also. Write a program to print uh, given number is even or odd number. Already we discussed actually. So just you have to understand input. So how many inputs are there? Only one input. What is the output? Output is odd. So how can you say that? So how can you understand whether it is even or odd number? Before that, you have to try to write the code for reading input. So n equal to int of input. So this is the first one. The first thing is you have to write the code for reading input. Next, you can think for the output. What is the output? Even or odd number. So what is even? If any number is divided with 2, remainder as 0, such number is the even number. So if n value divided with 2, I want remainder. For remainder, which symbol you have to use? Modulus symbol. If it is equal to 0, what is the number? Even number. Because I am writing the code for even number. Because if it is true, it is entering to true block. If it is false, go to else block. The else block is, if the condition is false, go into else block. If the condition is true, go to true block. So we are writing the code for true block only. అంటే మనం రాసింది ఎప్పుడు ట్రూ బ్లాక్ లోనే ఉంటుంది. మనం రాసిన దానికి ఆల్టర్నేటివ్ ఎల్స్ బ్లాక్ అనమాట. సో ప్రింట్ ఆడ్ నెంబర్. Print odd number. So this is the program for even number and odd number. Already we discussed it yesterday. Shorthand if else statement. What is shorthand if else statement? What is shorthand if else statement? So what is the shorthand if else statement is very simple. If we write true block and false block statements in a single line is called shorthand if else statement. Already we next class last class లో explain చేశారు. అందుకని కొంచెం fast గా explain చేయాల్సి వస్తుంది. Okay. Now what is the syntax? The syntax is, first of all you have to write the true block. True block. If of condition else false block statement. False block statement. So simply false block. True block if condition else false block. Now how can you write this same code again? How can you write this same code in using shorthand if else? How can you write this same code in shorthand if else? So first of all, read n value. Next, first of all, what should you do? Write true block. So this is the true block. So first mention true block. First mention true block. Next, if of condition. So this is the if of condition. Next else. No need to write any colon here. ఎక్కడ columns పెట్టాల్సిన అవసరం లేదు. Else. Next false block. So this is the false block. So this is the code. When you write true block statement, false block statement in a line, that is called shorthand if else statement. Let's see whether it is working or not. Then we will go to present programs. Okay. Okay. Just I want to enter 25. So 25 is what type of number? 25 is the odd number. Because when you divide 25 with 2, remainder is 1. 1 equal to 0. So it is going to false block. False block is odd number. So if this condition is true, true block statements will be executed. If this condition is false, else block statements will be executed. So this is the basic programs already we discussed yesterday. I will give assignment today. you can able to understand. Don't worry. Okay. Next, shorthand if statement. Shorthand if statement is same. So if it is true, then it will happen. So we will discuss shorthand if else sometime. I don't want to waste your time with the basic problems. Okay. Now today we are going to discuss very important new other branching statement is if, elif, el statement. What is if, elif, el statement? Before that, before that, we have to write some other programs also. Please, all of you listen. We have to write some programs. The first program, is write a program to print given student is pass or fail. Pass or fail. Please, all of you listen. Write a program to print given student is pass or fail. Input. Just I have to mention some marks. Suppose 45, 65, 75. output is output is pass. So constraints. If S1 greater than or equal to 35, S2 greater than or equal to 35, and S3 greater than or equal to 35, if 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 sat if satisfies the if students if all the conditions are satisfied 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 print pass, otherwise print fail. So this is the constraints. Constraints is nothing but conditions. Here, how many subjects have to read? Three subjects. The first one is subject 1, the second one is subject 2, the third one is subject 3. Here, you have to read the first subject. Subject 1 equal to int of input. So just you have to write the code for reading input only. Don't write the code unnecessarily. Just you can think how many inputs are there. Three inputs. The first one is subject 1. The second one is subject 2. The third one is subject 3. So read the first subject, read the three subject marks. First of all, what is the condition? The condition is you have to read the three conditions. You have to check the three conditions. S1 greater than or equal to 35, S2 greater than or equal to 35, S3 greater than or equal to 35. If all the conditions are true, already we discussed logical operators. What is logical operators? Logical operators are used to process the multiple conditions at a time. అంటే మల్టిపుల్ కండిషన్స్ ని ఒకటే టైంలో ప్రాసెస్ చేయాలంటే లాజికల్ ఆపరేటర్స్ యూజ్ చేస్తారు. సో నౌ ఇఫ్ ఆల్ ది కండిషన్స్ ఆర్ ట్రూ దెన్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ట్రూ చేయాలంటే డెఫినెట్లీ యూ కెన్ యూస్ ఎండ్ ఆపరేటర్. వాట్ ఈస్ ఎండ్ ఆపరేటర్? ఇఫ్ ఆల్ ది కండిషన్స్ ఆర్ ట్రూ దెన్ ఇట్ రిటర్న్స్ ట్రూ, అదర్వైజ్ ఫాల్స్. ఈవెన్ వన్ కండిషన్ ఇస్ ఫాల్స్, ఇట్ ఈస్ ఫాల్స్. ఇక్కడ అన్ని సబ్జెక్ట్స్ పాస్ అయితేనే పాస్, ఒక సబ్జెక్ట్ లో ఫెయిల్ అయినా ఫెయిల్. సో దెన్ వాట్ షుడ్ యూ డూ? యూ హ్యావ్ టు యూస్ లాజికల్ ఎండ్. వాట్ ఈస్ ద లాజికల్ ఎండ్? If subject 1 greater than or equal to 35 and subject 2 greater than or equal to 35 and subject 3 greater than or equal to 35. If the first subject is true, if the first condition is true, check the second condition. If the second condition is true, check the third condition. If this third condition is true, there is no other conditions. If all the conditions are true, go to true block. What is the true block? If all the conditions are true, what is the satisfied? If all the conditions are satisfied, print pass. Just print pass. Print pass. If any one condition is fail, so go to else block, print fail. So it is very important. Here we have to check the all the conditions. Here first condition is 45. S1 is 45. S2 is 65. S2 is 65. S3 is 78. So first condition is true. 45 greater than 35 is true. 65 greater than or equal to 35 true. 78 greater than equal to 35 true. If all the conditions are true, it is going to true block. So then what will be the output? Pass. In case if we enter 28, here first condition is true, second condition is true, third condition is false. Even one condition is false in logically and it is going to else block. First of all, just I want to check the code once, then you can understand. So multiple conditions check cheyalante you have to use logical operator. If you want to prepare the condition, you can use the comparison operators. Just I want to enter 45, 65, 78. The first condition is true, second condition is true, third condition is true. If all the conditions are true, it is going to be print true block. What is the true block? Pass. For example, if you want to write code like this, suppose first subject is 78, second subject 95, third subject is 34. Here first condition is true, second condition is true, but third condition is false. Then what will happen? It is going to else block. So fail. So these statements are very important. When you try to check the multiple conditions, it's better to use logical operators. But what is the alternative for this? So ఇప్పుడు ఏటవుతుందంటే ఓన్లీ ఒకేసారి మల్టిపుల్ కండిషన్స్ ప్రాసెస్ చేయాలంటే ఓకే. బట్ ఇఫ్ యూ వాంట్ టు process the multiple conditions multiple times, different times, if you want to check the multiple conditions, you can use multi-conditional statements. Actually there are the two types of statements: single conditional statements, multi-conditional statements. For example, if you want to check the single condition whether it is true or false, you can check, you can use either simple if or if else. But if you want to process the multiple conditions, you can use only two statements. First one is if, elif, else. The second one is nested if else. Now we are focusing on if, elif, else statement. What is this? So first of all, you can discuss clearly. It is it is one of the branching statement. You know that it is one of the branching statement. So before we are checking either true or false, but here we have to check the multiple statements. So it is multi-way statement. It is multi-way statement. Multi-way statement is nothing but we have to check the multiple statements. Before we are checking only one statement. So first of all, if it is true, only true block statements will be executed, otherwise nothing. That is simple if. If it is true, true block statements will be executed. If it is false, false block statements will be executed. That is if else. But here, how to check the multiple conditions? What is the multiple conditions? Multiple conditions in the sense, statements in the sense, multi-way statement. So if elif else statement is the multi-way statement. Here, what is happening? So if the condition is true, if the condition is true, then what will happen? True block statements will be executed. Simply true block, true block, true block statement or statements will be executed. If the condition is true, true block statement or statements will be executed. In case, if the condition is false, if the condition is false, it will check the other condition. It will check the another condition. So if it is true, no issue. If it is false, it will check the another condition. Again the process. If the another condition is true, the another condition is true. If the other condition is true, again true block statement or statements will be executed. Will be executed. In case if the another condition is false, if another condition is also false, is also false. It will check the other condition. It will check the another condition. So we don't know how many times it is repeated. So simply say that this process, this process repeated until end of end of all the user requirements. User requirements. User requirements. In case if all the conditions are false, if all the conditions are false, the else block statements will be executed. The else block, the else block, the else block statement or statements will be executed. So I want to tell you the syntax. So syntax, please all of you listen. So what will happen here? First of all, it will check the condition. If of the condition. So for example, this is the condition one. This is the condition one. If of condition one. If condition one is true, then what will happen? True block statements will be executed. True block statement or statements will be executed. In case if condition is false, if condition is false, false means else if. But in Python there is no else if. Instead of else if, you can write elif. Instead of else if, you can write elif. Elif, you can check the condition. So condition 2, you will check the other condition. If another condition is also true, so execute the true block statements. Execute the true block statements. In case if this condition is false, again check the another condition. Condition 3. So again, if condition is true, true block statements will be executed. True block statement or statements will be executed. This process repeats. This process repeats until end of the all the user requirements. In case if all the conditions are false, go to else block, execute false block statements. False block statement or statements. So this is the syntax. This is the syntax. Just I want to tell you one simple example, then you can understand. Just I want to find out the just I want to find out the result. I want to find the grade. I want to find the grade of the student. Grade of the student. So what is the grade? For example, if the total marks greater than or equal to 90, for example, student is passed in distinction. For example, in case if student is passed in, if the student marks more than 90, then he is passed in distinction. For example, next greater than or equal to 70, then he is passed in first class. For example, greater than or equal to 60, he is passed in second class. He is passed in second class. Greater than or equal to 50, then he is passed in third class. Greater than or equal to 40, just he is passed in pass, just pass. Otherwise fail. So these are the constraints. So how many conditions are there? Multiple conditions. So what will happen? We have to check the first condition. If the first condition is true, we have to print student is passed in distinction. So the rest of the remaining is if the condition is true, true block statement will be executed and and terminated from the entire for if block. It is very important. So no one mentioned this point in books also, but this point is very, very important. Okay. If it is true, true block statements will be executed and terminated from the entire if block. For example, here, if this condition is true, print distinction and terminated from the entire if block. In case if this condition is false, check the next condition. Or the next condition 70. So if the marks getting more than 70, print first class and terminate it from the loop. Otherwise, check the next condition. How many times you have to check? Multiple times. So that is called multi-selection statements. Just I want to write the program, then you can able to understand. So what is the program? Write a program, write a program to print given to print grade of the student, grade of the student based on the average marks, based on the average marks. For example, input. Suppose input 85. What is the output? So 85 is nothing but 85 greater than 90 false, 85 greater than 70 is true. So first class, first class. Next input is 96. Output. Here first condition itself true. So output is a distinction. Output is distinction. Next input 42. Output. Output is so 90 false, 70 false, 60 false, 50 false, 40 true. So just pass. So you have to try to write the code for this problem. How it is possible? So first of all, they will give you constraints clearly. They will give you constraints clearly. So based on the constraints, you have to implement it. So coding is very, very simple. They will give you explanation. They will give you inputs. They will give you outputs. Just you have to try to understand the logic based on the input and output and give an explanation. So coding అనేది చాలా easy. నార్మల్ ప్రోగ్రామింగ్ కన్నా కోడింగ్ చాలా సింపుల్. ఎందుకంటే వాడు ఇన్పుట్ చెప్పేస్తాడు, అవుట్పుట్ చెప్పేస్తాడు, అది ఎలా వస్తుందో కూడా చెప్తాడు. సో దెన్ యూ కెన్ ఇంప్లిమెంట్ ఇట్. సో వై వీ లెర్న్ కోడింగ్? సో ఇన్ సాఫ్ట్వేర్ కంపెనీస్ దే ఆర్ గివింగ్ సమ్ అల్గారిథమ్స్. They will give some algorithms. So based on the algorithms, they are asking you to write the code. So if you understand the basic scenarios, you can able to implement the code based on the existing algorithms. అంటే మొత్తం ఏటవుతుందో చెప్పేస్తాడు ఆడే. సో అది తీసుకొని నువ్వు కోడ్ ఇంప్లిమెంట్ చేయాలి. ఆ ఇంప్లిమెంటేషన్ చేయాలంటే ఆల్రెడీ వీఆర్ గివెన్ ఎవ్రీథింగ్. సపోజ్ మార్క్స్ అనేవి మోర్ దెన్ 90 వస్తే డిస్టింక్షన్, 70 వస్తే ఫస్ట్ క్లాసు, మోర్ దెన్ 60 వస్తే సెకండ్ క్లాసు, మోర్ దెన్ 50 వస్తే థర్డ్ క్లాసు, మోర్ దెన్ 40 వస్తే పాస్, లెస్ దెన్ 40 వస్తే ఫెయిల్ అని క్లియర్గా చెప్పేశారు. Just they also give some sample inputs. What is the sample inputs? They are asking you to read only one value. Based on the value, you have to check the constraints. What is the constraints? First of all, 85. 85, first of all, you have to check with first condition. 85 greater than or equal to 90 false. If it is false, check the next condition. What is the next condition? 85 greater than 70. If it is true, 85 greater than 70 true, what is the output? First class. And it terminated from the entire program. So automatically you can terminate. Once if it is true, the statements will be executed. One statement is executed, so no need to check the remaining conditions. Only one condition is processed at a time. So this condition is to print first class. That is the reason first class. Next one, 96. What is the 96? Again, you have to begin with starting. 96 greater than 90. The first condition itself is true. So what is the output? Distinction. That's the main reason. Output is distinction. Next one 42. Check with the first input, first constant 42 greater than 90. So false. Then what will happen? You have to check the next condition. What is the next condition? 42 greater than 70. True. So false. So check the next constant. 42 greater than 60. False. Check the next constant. So 42 greater than 50. False. Check the next constant. 42 greater than 40 is true. Then what will happen? You have to print pass. So that is the main reason pass. So just here, how many inputs are there? Only one input. You can able to read only one value only. Don't read subject 1, subject 2, subject 3. If they're given, you can read. But here, they are asking you to read only one input. ఒక ఇన్పుట్ ఇచ్చాడు కాబట్టి ఒక ఇన్పుట్ రీడ్ చేయాలి. సరే మీరు సబ్జెక్ట్ 1, సబ్జెక్ట్ 2, సబ్జెక్ట్ 3 తీసి యావరేజ్ క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేస్తారంటే సో నో నీడ్ టు మెన్షన్. ఇఫ్ దే ఆర్ మెన్షనింగ్ డిఫరెంట్ ఇన్పుట్స్ యూ కెన్ రీడ్. But they are giving only directly average. So read only average. You can use any name. So username, variable name is your choice. Already we discussed what are the rules to create variable. So AVG is the variable name. Now How to check the constants. What is the constants? These are the constants. If you understand the constants, you can able to write any code easily. So ultimately, comparatively, writing a program is difficult than coding. So coding is very simple if you understand the logics. So first of all, what they are asking you to. So just how to check greater than or equal to 90. If average greater than or equal to 90. In case if this condition is true, then what they are asking, you have to print distinction. Print distinction. They are clearly asked here distinction. In case if this condition is true, print distinction. If this condition is false, next one is 70. So if condition is false means else if. But in Python, instead of else if, you can use elif. సరే ఎందుకు సార్ అలా రాస్తారంటే పైథాన్ అనేది జావాకి సికి యూజ్ చేస్తే పేటెంట్ రైట్స్ కాపీ రైట్స్ యాక్టివిటీస్ ఉంటాయి. అంటే they are not using anything related to before. If they are asked, if they are using the same type of code again, they have to pay copyrights act అన్నమాట. అంటే they are under ఏంటవుతుందంటే పేటెంట్ రైట్స్ ఉంటాయి. సో దే హ్యావ్ టు యూజ్ ఓన్లీ లైక్ దిస్. సో C++ was developed by C. Even Java is also American programming language. Coming to Python, Netherlands. So they can use the same type of, but they have to change something. Same యూజ్ చేస్తే ఏంటవుతుందట దే ఆర్ గివెన్ సమ్ కంప్లైంట్ అగేనెస్ట్ హిజ్ ట్రేడ్ మార్క్ అన్నమాట. సో దే ఆర్ యూజింగ్ ది సేమ్ టైప్ ఆఫ్ టెక్నిక్స్ ఫ్రమ్ అని. అందుకని ఎల్సిఫ్ ప్లేస్ లో ఏంట్రా సార్ ఈఎల్ఎఫ్ అని యూజ్ చేస్తారు. సో ఓపెన్ బ్రేసెస్ క్లోజ్డ్ బ్రేసెస్ ప్లేస్ లో ఏం చేశారు కాలన్ పెట్టుకున్నారు. సో ఇప్పుడు ఈఎల్ఇఫ్. సో బ్రాకెట్స్ పెట్టాలని లేకుండా రూల్ మార్చారు. అంటే యూ కెన్ డైరెక్ట్లీ రైట్ లైక్ దిస్ ఆల్సో. If you want to mention condition in brackets, it's okay. If you want to mention without brackets, it is also okay. That is the beauty of the Python. So next one is average greater than or equal to 70. Average greater than or equal to 70. In case if this condition is true, what is the output? First class. So print first class. Print first class. If this condition is false, next what is the next condition? Next condition is again you have to write if elif everything is in a line. Don't write elif instead of the if. Just if you enter it automatically, it will takes inside of the elif. But you have to check the indentation. So here if is opposite to elif. Elif is opposite to elif. Next condition. Average greater than or equal to 60. So colon is also very important. If you forget to write colon, it will give you error. So print. If it is greater than or equal to 60, what is the output? Second class. In case if it is false. Next, outside of the elif, again you have to check the next condition. So based on the program, you can able to change. Next one, 60 completed. Next one is 50. So what is that? Average greater than or equal to 50. Average greater than or equal to 50. If it is true, what is the output? Third class. Print third class. In case after completion of it, again how to check the next condition. What is the next condition? Average greater than or equal to 40. If it is true, print pass. If first condition is false, second condition is false, third condition is false, and all the conditions are false, so go to else block. Here else is also you have to write outside of the if. So if ka opposite రాయాలి inside of the if రాయకూడదు else. So you have to write in indentation. So print fail. So in Python, the drawback of the Python is only indentation. So we have to write the code at this specified place. ఎక్కడ పడితే అక్కడ రాయకూడదు. Okay. So if the condition is true, print distinction and terminated from the entire program. Just I want to take 84 for example. 84. 84 greater than 90 false. 84 greater than 70 true. So then print first class terminated from the enter if block. For example, I want to enter 34. 34 greater than 90 false. So go to next condition. 34 greater than 70 false. Go to next condition. 34 greater than 60 false. Go to next condition. 34 greater than 50 false. Go to next condition. 34 greater than 40 false. If all the conditions are false, go to else block. What is the else block? If you enter 34, answer is fail. So let's see for 34 answer fail వస్తుంది లేదా మీరే చూడండి. So you have to put into comment lines, otherwise it will give you error. So 34. So fail. Suppose if you enter 94. So 94 is the first condition itself true, right? The first condition itself true. Definitely, definitely what will happen? Distinction. For example, if you take any other, suppose 54. So 54 greater than 90 false. Check the next condition. 54 greater than 70 false. Check the next condition. 54 greater than 60 false. Check the next condition. 54 greater than 50 it is true. Then what will be the output? Third class. Understand? Please respond. Are you able to follow me? Are you able to follow me? Give a response. Are you able to follow me? Okay, thank you. So this type of questions is asked in so many companies like this. Now how to discuss real-time program, then you able to understand. I request everyone please listen. How to try to implement the real-time application. Okay, just focusing on real-time applications. Okay, now going to real-time applications. The next two is real-time applications. We have to discuss with if really fails. Once again. Okay, so please listen all of you. It is very important. So electricity tariff in Andhra Pradesh. Okay, I request you to please listen. How to try to implement the code for this. Okay. Chal jaak chudama. Just I want to write the code for the domestic plan. So for domestic plan, what they're saying is, in case units cost in between 0 to 30, అయితే 1 unit equal to 1.90. In case units in between 31 to 75, so 1 unit charge is 3 rupees. Every time service charge is 10 rupees. If you observe, demand charges per month, service charges 10 rupees for all the units. So 76 to 125, 4.50. So you have to try to write the code for this one first. I request everyone please listen. So real-time applications. First one, preparing electricity bill. Preparing electricity bill. Electricity bill. Okay. Electricity bill. So first of all, you have to take service number. Service number. SNO. So service number is like a integer. Whatever. If you want to string, you can take string. Sometimes it contains character also, but I want to take it as an integer. No issue. So you can consider as a string or you can consider as a integer. Second one. Second one is customer name. Customer name means input. For example, just for our understanding, I have just asked customer name. Customer name. If you want to mention, enter service number. Enter service number. Okay. Next one. Next one, units. Units equal to int of input. Enter number of consumed units. Enter number of consumed units. So now you have to prepare the bill. Enter number of consumed units. How can you prepare the bill? Request everyone please listen. Now they are given constraints, right? So based on the constraints, I have to check if units greater than or equal to 0. The first one. The first one is in between 0 and less than or equal to 30. And units less than or equal to 30. So what it means that it is in between 0 to 30. అంటే యూనిట్స్ అనేది 0 కన్నా ఎక్కువ ఉండాలి 30 కన్నా తక్కువ ఉండాలి. సో దట్ ఈస్ ది కోడ్. సో యూనిట్స్ గ్రేటర్ దెన్ ఆర్ ఈక్వల్ టు 0 అండ్ లెస్ దెన్ ఆర్ ఈక్వల్ టు 30. ఇన్ కేస్ అయితే బిల్ ఈక్వల్ టు, ప్లీజ్ ఆల్ ఆఫ్ లిజన్, బిల్ ఈక్వల్ టు 1 unit cost is units into 1 unit cost is 1.90. 1.90 plus service charge 10 rupees. అడిస్తున్నట్టు ఇక్కడ సర్వీస్ ఛార్జ్ ఎంత 10 రూపీస్. నెక్స్ట్ ఈలిఫ్. నెక్స్ట్ ఏంటి ఈఎల్ఇఫ్. నెక్స్ట్ యూనిట్స్ గ్రేటర్ దెన్ ఆర్ ఈక్వల్ టు నెక్స్ట్ 31. గ్రేటర్ దెన్ ఆర్ ఈక్వల్ టు 31 అండ్ యూనిట్స్ less than or equal to what 75. So 31. So greater than or equal to 31 and less than or equal to 75. Then 1 unit charge is 3 rupees. So bill equal to units into what 3 rupees plus service charge 10 rupees. Next ELIF. Units greater than or equal to, what is the next one? The next one is 76. Greater than or equal to 76 and units less than or equal to 125. Then bill equal to units into 4.50 plus 10 rupees. Next ELIF. Units greater than or equal to next 126 and units less than or equal to 225. Then bill equal to units into what? 126 into 225 less than or equal to. So units into 6 rupees plus 10 rupees. Next again ELF units greater than or equal to 226 and units less than or equal to 400. అయితే bill equal to units into 9.75 plus 10 rupees. ఓకే సార్ 8.75 కూడా ఉంది ఇక్కడ 126 225 6 rupees. Okay, 8.75. So 8.75 plus 10 rupees. Next, last and final one. The last and final one is you can write ELF units greater than 400 రాసుకోవచ్చు. లేదు డైరెక్ట్గా ఎల్స్లో రాసినా నో ఇష్యూ. అంటే 400 కన్నా తక్కువ అయితే ఎక్కువైతే ఎల్స్ అనమాట. అలాగే రాసుకోవచ్చు లేదా తెలుగుని రాసుకోవచ్చు. లేకపోతే డైరెక్ట్గా యూ కెన్ మెన్షన్ ఇన్ ఎల్స్. ద లాస్ట్ వన్ ఈస్ ఎల్స్. ఇన్ కేస్ లెస్ దెన్ 400 కాకపోతే ఎల్స్. సో బిల్ ఈక్వల్ టు units into 9.75 plus 10 rupees. సో వాడిచ్చిందని నేనేం చేయలేదు ఇక్కడ. సో వాడిచ్చిందాన్ని ఇంప్లిమెంటేషన్ చేసాం. ఓకే, సో ఎక్కడ కూడా ఫిక్స్డ్ డిమాండ్ ఛార్జెస్ వేయట్లేవు. ఓకేనా, అన్నీ ఫ్రీ, ఓన్లీ ఇవే ఉంటాయి. ఓన్లీ డొమెస్టిక్ అంటే ఫర్ అవర్ హౌసెస్, కమర్షియల్ అంటే ఫర్ షాప్స్ అనమాట. ఓకేనా, ఫర్ ఇండస్ట్రీస్ అంటే కంపెనీస్ అనమాట. ఇలా కరెంట్ బిల్స్ జనరేట్ చేయడం ఉంటుంది. ఇన్స్టిట్యూషనల్స్ అంటే మన కాలేజెస్కి వాటికి, అలాగే అగ్రికల్చర్ వాటికి ఒక్కొక్కరికి ఒక్కొక్క టారిఫ్ ఉంటుంది అనమాట. సో బేస్డ్ ఆన్ ది టారిఫ్ బట్టి బిల్ ప్రిపేర్ చేయడం. ఐఎమ్ జస్ట్ ప్రిపేరింగ్ ది బిల్ ఫర్ ది డొమెస్టిక్ పర్పస్. సో దిస్ ఈస్ ది అప్లికేషన్ ఫర్ ది డొమెస్టిక్ పర్పస్. సో just based on the given conditions we implement here. So in between అయితే finally what should you do? How to print customer name. For example, customer name అంటే సి నేమ్ ఉంది, సి నేమ్ ప్రింట్ అవుతుంది. బిల్ ఎంత పే చేయాలి? సో బిల్ టు బి పెయిడ్. ఎంత బిల్ పే చేయాలి అంటే బిల్. సో దిస్ ఇస్ ది రియల్ టైమ్ అప్లికేషన్. సో జస్ట్ ట్రై టు రన్ ఇట్ and check whether it is working or not. So service number is suppose either 45454555. Suppose customer name, suppose Surya Rao, for example. Units is suppose 457 units consume చేశారు అంటే ultimately it is go to else block because the 457 is not in between 0 to 30, not in between 31 to 75, not in between 76 to 125, 126 to 225, 226 to 400. Definitely it is going to else block. So definitely 9.75 is nothing but 3600. So nearly 4000. Bill is nearly 4000. 4465. Automatically generated. For example, I want to generate another one. So service number. Suppose this is the service number. Suppose is Divya. Suppose the number of consumed units. Suppose 100 units. Suppose here it is not in between 0 to 30. It is not in between to 31 to 75. It is in between 76 to 125. So 4.5 is nothing but 4.5 into 100. 450. plus 10, 460 rupees. So you can easily try to implement any program once if you understand the logic. So here, what is happening here? You have to check the multiple conditions. If the first condition is true, you have to execute it and terminate it from the entire. Otherwise, check the next condition. If the next condition is true, do the same. Otherwise, check the next condition. So this process repeats until end of all the conditions. If all the conditions are false, finally go to else block. So this is the if, elif, else. The same thing we have to discuss for another real-time application. Okay, another real-time applications we have to discuss. So write a program to calculate BMI, అంటే body mass index. So how can we prepare? So just I want to take the support of internet for correcting BMIs. So BMI, BMI, so BMI. Okay. Suppose BMI conditions. BMI conditions. So these are the conditions, right? So if it is 18.5 underweight, if it is 18.5 into 24.9 normal, 25 to 29.9 overweight, obesity. Suppose these are the rules. So these are the rules. These are the constraints. I will simply say that constraints. The body mass index constraints. So BMI constraints. So formula for BMI, for example, formula for BMI. And you will get formula for BMI. How can you kind of formula for BMI? So weight in kilograms divided by the square of height in meters. So this is the formula. Okay. Formula is this is the formula. They will give you everything. They will give you everything. So first of all, we have to prepare the application. For application point of view, we have to ask for the name, input, enter name, enter name, enter name. Okay. Suppose weight. So weight is integer. Weight is integer. So suppose 67.5, suppose like that. So you can better to take float. Float of input, enter weight. Enter weight in kgs. Enter weight in kgs. Next height. So you can take float of input. Enter height in centimeters. In centimeters. Name, weight, height. So now I have to find out the meters. Meters లో కావాలి. మీటర్స్ లో కావాలంటే ఏం చేయాలట, సెంటీమీటర్స్ బై 100 అంటే మీటర్స్ లోకి వచ్చేస్తుంది. అంటే హైట్ ఇన్ మీటర్స్ అంటే హెచ్ఎం ఈక్వల్ టు హైట్ బై 100. సో హైట్ బై 100. సో వాట్ విల్ హ్యాపెన్, it converts it converts it converts it converts సెంటీమీటర్స్ టు మీటర్స్. అంటే 1 మీటర్ ఈక్వల్ టు 100 సెంటీమీటర్స్. అంటే బై 100 చేస్తే ఆటోమేటిక్గా ఏటవుతుంది, హైట్లోకి వచ్చేస్తుంది. సపోజ్ తీసుకుందాం, ఎగ్జాంపుల్ తీసుకుందాం, మనకి క్లారిటీ వస్తుంది. నెక్స్ట్ ఐ హ్యావ్ టు ఫైండ్ అవుట్ ది బిఎంఐ. సో ఫర్ బిఎంఐ ఫార్ములా వెయిట్ WEIGHT WIGHT by మీటర్ స్క్వేర్. మీటర్ స్క్వేర్ అంటే HM into HM, HM into HM or exponential 2. So this is the formula for BMI. Formula for BMI మీటర్ స్క్వేర్ కదా, అంటే మీటర్ స్క్వేర్ అంటే HM into HM, height in meters into height in meters. So first I have to mention some name. Suppose Mahesh. Suppose weight 90 kgs for example. Suppose height 175 centimeters for example. So what will happen? 170 by 100. 170 by 100 is nothing but 1.75. 175 by 1.75. 175 by 100 is 1.75 meters. Now here formula. Formula is 90 by 1.75 into 1.75. 1.75 into 1.75 అంటే 90 by 1.75 into 1.75. For example, just I want to take calculator support. 1.75 into 1.75 into 1.75. So 5.3. ఒకసారి చూద్దాం మళ్ళీ. Is it 1.75 into 1.75. So what is the answer? 3.0625. Okay. So answer is 3.0625. 90 by. So 90 by is nothing but. So 90 by 3.0625. So 29.38. 29.38. So BMI is 29.3. Suppose. So overweight. So in between ఉంది కదా. సో 25 to 29.9 ఉంది కాబట్టి దీనికి ఇస్తే 29. సపోజ్ 33లో ఉందనుకోండి, ఓవర్ వెయిట్ అని రావాలి. సో చెక్ చేద్దాం, ఓకేనా. సో ఇప్పుడు బిఎంఐ ఉంది. ఇప్పుడు ఏం చేయాలి? ఇఫ్ బిఎంఐ గ్రేటర్ దెన్ ఆర్ ఈక్వల్ టు 18.5. సారీ, బిఎంఐ లెస్ దెన్ 18.5. 18.5 కన్నా తక్కువ ఉంటే ఏంటంటే అండర్ వెయిట్. సో ప్రింట్ అండర్ వెయిట్. So this is the first condition. Second condition, ELF BMI greater than or equal to 18.5 ఉండి అండ్ 24.9 కన్నా తక్కువ ఉండాలి. అంటే BMI less than 24.9 ఉంటే వాట్ ఈస్ దట్? నార్మల్. ప్రింట్ నార్మల్ అంటే హెల్దీ వెయిట్ అన్నమాట. నార్మల్. నెక్స్ట్ ELF BMI 25.0 and BMI less than or equal to 20.9 అయితే ప్రింట్ ఓవర్ వెయిట్. నెక్స్ట్ ELF సో ఎల్స్ కింద రాసేయచ్చు మీ అందరి కోసం. BMI గ్రేటర్ దెన్ ఆర్ ఈక్వల్ టు 30.0 అయితే ప్రింట్ ఒబెసిటీ. సో ఎల్స్ ఇంకేదో పెట్టుకోవచ్చు. ఎల్స్ ప్రింట్ ఓవర్ ఒబిసిటీని పెడతాం. సపోజ్ ఓవర్ అంటే 30 కన్నా ఎక్కువ అనేస్తున్నాం కదా. మరి 30 కన్నా ఎక్కువ అన్నప్పుడు ఎంతైనా తీసుకుంటుంది. మళ్ళీ ఎల్స్లో ఎందుకు? మళ్ళీ 30 నుంచి 40 లోపు అయితే ఓకే. 40 తర్వాత అయితే అలా పెట్టుకోవచ్చు జనరల్గా. అంటే ఇంకా ఉంటాయి మన కన్స్టెంట్స్. ఇవి బేసిక్ కన్స్టెంట్స్. ఇవి అడ్వాన్స్డ్ కన్స్టెంట్స్ ఎలా చేయాలనేది మనం డిస్కస్ చేద్దాం. ఓకేనా? ఒకసారి చూద్దాం. జస్ట్ అంటే యాక్చువల్లీ ద హౌ రియల్ టైమ్ అప్లికేషన్స్ ఆర్ ఇంప్లిమెంటెడ్ అంటే based on this one only. So if you understand the all the logics, you can able to implement any program very easily. Suppose same Mahesh, next 90 kgs, 175 centimeters, overweight. Already we discussed it before. So 29.33 వచ్చింది. అంటే 29.33 less than 89.5 false. So it is not in between 18.5 and 24.9. It is in between 25 to 29.9. So overweight. We can also take another example. Suppose Rajani, suppose weight 51 kgs, height 150 centimeters. So normal weight. So even the same type of questions asked for the advanced applications also. సో కొన్ని అడ్వాన్స్డ్ కూడా ఉంటాయి. అంటే లేటెస్ట్గా ఇప్పుడు మనకి గవర్నమెంట్ సపోజ్ ఇందాక ఇచ్చాం మెట్రిక్లో తీసుకుందాం. ఓకే, మెట్రిక్ అంటే సెంటీమీటర్స్. ఇందాక తీసుకున్నాం. ఏ సెంటీమీటర్స్ తీసుకున్నాం? 175 సెంటీమీటర్స్ తీసుకున్నాం. వెయిట్ 90 కేజీస్ తీసుకున్నాం. మహేష్కి ఏమని వచ్చింది మనకి? ఓవర్ వెయిట్ వచ్చింది. అంటే 29లో ఎంత వచ్చింది కదా? 29.4. ఇచ్చాడు ఫార్ములా. ఓకే, ఇంకా ఉంటాయి, ఇంకా అడ్వాన్స్డ్ కూడా ఉంటాయి. అవి తీసుకొని చేయొచ్చు. అంటే ఇప్పుడు రీసెంట్గా సో ఇప్పుడు ఇది ఇచ్చు క్లాసిఫికేషన్, దీనికి రెడీ చేయమని. రెడీ చేయమన్నాడు. ఇప్పుడు ఇదే ప్రోగ్రామ్ ఇచ్చాడు. ఈ ప్రోగ్రామ్ రెడీ చేయాలి. ఓకే, ఇప్పుడు దీన్ని చేయాలి. ఈజ్ ఇట్ పాసిబుల్ సార్ అంటే ఆఫ్ కోర్స్ ఏదైనా పాసిబులే. ఇఫ్ యూ అండర్స్టాండ్ కోడింగ్, ఇట్ ఈస్ పాసిబుల్ టు డూ ఎనీథింగ్. సో ఏదేదో డెవలప్ చేయడం కాదు, తెలిసిందే డెవలప్ చేసుకోవాలి. ఆల్రెడీ డెవలప్ అయిందని ఎలా డెవలప్ అయింది అనేది నువ్వు ట్రై చేయడమే కోరింగ్. ఇప్పుడు దీనికి అప్లికేషన్ రాయాలి. సో ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు ఫైండ్ అవుట్ ది బిఎంఐ. యూ హ్యావ్ టు ఫైండ్ అవుట్ ది బిఎంఐ. సో బిఎంఐ అంటే ఏంటో తెలుసు మనకి. బిఎంఐ అంటే బాడీ మాస్ ఇండెక్స్. దాన్ని క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేసిన ఇక్కడ. సో దిస్ ఇస్ ది ఫార్ములా ఫర్ ఫైండింగ్ బిఎంఐ. సో ఇది కన్స్టెంట్స్ మార్చాడు ఇప్పుడు. దే చేంజ్డ్ ది కన్స్టెంట్స్. సో అడ్వాన్స్డ్ బిఎంఐ అప్లికేషన్. Advanced BMI application. BMI application. So how can you find out the advanced BMI application? So this is the constraints. So just taking input, weight, height. Based on the height how to convert into meters, find out the BMI. The formula of the BMI is weight in kgs by height in meters square. So just we are by finding the BMI. So first of all, they are asking you to check classification. What is the classification? If BMI less than 18.5, అయితే suppose you are weight, you are in underweight. Print. You are in underweight. Underweight లో ఉన్నావు. Underweight. Okay, రాసు. Next, you can write, అందుకని అంటాను, if condition is true, true block statement or statements will be executed. Here statements are there. If this condition is true, some statement, risk of developing health problems. So increased health problems. Increased health problems. So some of so even if you are in underweight, it is the reason for getting health issues also. So we have to try to maintain normal weight or overweight. In case if we are not under more than 30 or less than 18.5, definitely we have to face some complications. So increased, right? Increased maybe it is chances of getting the issues. Increased health problems. So health problems పెరగచ్చు. Next, in case if condition is false, ELF. What is the next condition? 18.5 to 24.9. అంటే BMI greater than or equal to 18.5 and BMI. So check the variable name properly. And BMI less than or equal to 24.9. In case in between 18.5 to 24.9, what is that? Normal weight. So print normal weight. Normal weight. So you are in normal weight. You are in normal weight lo ఉన్నావు. And also print. So health condition. So ఐడియల్ వెయిట్ లో ఉండడం వల్ల హెల్త్ ఇష్యూస్ రాకపోవడం అంటూ ఉండదు, కానీ లెస్ హెల్త్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ ఉంటాయి, తక్కువ ఉండొచ్చు, సమ్వాట్ బెటర్. సో ELF BMI greater than or equal to 30.0 and BMI less than or equal to 34.9 ఉంటాయి. సో సేమ్ print you are in overweight. You are under overweight. You are in overweight. Overweight లో ఉన్నావు. Print. Next one is increased health problems. So there is the reason to getting health problems. Next, ELF BMI greater than or equal to, so obesity class 1, class 2 ఇవన్నీ ఉంటాయి. సో 30 కాదు, 25 to 29 కదా. సో 25 to 29.9 greater than 30. కాపీ పేస్ట్ చేసుకోవచ్చు, బట్ డోంట్ డూ కాపీ పేస్ట్, ట్రై టు టైప్. సో టైప్ స్పీడ్ పెరగాలి మీకు. క్యాంపస్ ప్లేస్మెంట్లో స్పీడ్ రావాలంటే హౌ టు ట్రై టు type this speed with two hands. Don't use single hand to type the information. So you are in obesity class 1 category. Class 1 లో obesity class 1 లో ఉంటారు. అండ్ దీంట్లో కూడా క్లాసెస్ ఉంటాయి. సో హై హెల్త్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్, హై ఎక్కువ ఉంటుంది హెల్త్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్. ఓకే. Next, again, you have to check BMI greater than. So here it is 30.0, 30.0, 35.0. So greater than or equal to 35.0 and and so BMI BMI greater than or equal to 39.9, 39.9, sorry, less than, less than or equal to 39.9. So same, obesity 2, obesity 2. So obesity 2, but here health issues is very high, very high health problems. చాలా ఎక్కువ ఉంటాయి, very high health problems ఉంటాయి. So you can also find your BMI with these formulas also. You can check your BMI here, greater than or equal to 40. Same. So 3, class 3, extremely high. అంటే ఎప్పుడు హెల్త్ ఇష్యూస్ ఉంటాయి. Extremely high health problems ఉంటాయి. So this is the code actually. So based on the stack, we are implementing it, right? Just run it. Same, I want to enter this same. Mahesh. Okay, weight 90, high centimeters 175. Overweight, ఇది కూడా అంతే సేమ్, బట్ విత్ హెల్త్ ఇండికేషన్ కూడా ఇస్తుంది. యు ఆర్ ఇన్ ఓవర్ వెయిట్, ఇంక్రీజ్డ్ హెల్త్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ ఉంటాయి. ఆ విధంగా ఈజీగా వీ హ్యావ్, ఈవెన్ ఇఫ్ యూ కనెక్ట్ విత్ డిక్షనరీ, ద బేస్డ్ ఆన్ దిస్ బీపీ షుగర్ లెవెల్స్ అన్ని చెక్ చేసి హెల్త్ ఇష్యూస్ ఏంటి ఉన్నాయో కూడా చెప్పవచ్చు. దాన్ని మెడికల్ డయాగ్నోసిస్ అంటారు. ఇవన్నీ చేయాలి అంటే యూ హ్యావ్ టు అండర్స్టాండ్ ఎవ్రీథింగ్. సో జస్ట్ ఐఎమ్ రైటింగ్ ది కోడ్ బేస్డ్ ఆన్ ది గివెన్ క్రైటీరియా. I'm not writing code in my own. I have to collect name, weight, height. Based on that, I have to convert height into meters. Then I have to use formula to find out the BMI. Based on the BMI, I have to check whether the particular person is in underweight, normal weight, overweight, based on the conditions. What are the conditions? Less than 18.5 is indicates that the person is in underweight, and also the increase of the health issues also there. So same, how to collect the basic idea information. Suppose ఇలా ఇచ్చి నీ కోడ్ రాయమన్నారు, how can you write అంటే how to use this type of technique. So this is not a regular application. So this is the recent application. Everyone implement the application based on this only. సో ఇవన్నీ మీకు తెలిస్తే కోడింగ్ అనేది అర్థమవుతుంది. అసలు కోడింగ్ అనేది నార్మల్గా ఇఫ్ యూ అండర్స్టాండ్ దిస్ సినారియో యూ కెన్ ఏబుల్ టు రైట్ ది కోడ్. So the coding is main important thing is how to implement anything based on the existing information. నువ్వు కోడ్ రాయడం అంటే ఒక ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ని ప్రోగ్రామ్ కింద కన్వర్ట్ చేయడం అనేది కోడ్. బిగ్గెస్ట్ ఆఫ్ 2 నెంబర్స్ రాయడం అనేది ప్రోగ్రామ్. ఎందుకంటే తెలుసు ఆ ఇద్దరిలో ఎవరు గ్రేటర్ ఎవరు స్మాలర్ అని చెప్పకుండా అది మామూలుగా ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ థియరిటికల్గా ఇచ్చి ఇఫ్ దే ఆర్ ఆస్క్డ్ యూ టు కన్వర్ట్ ఇన్ టు కోడ్, దట్ ఈస్ కాల్డ్ కోడింగ్. కోడింగ్ ఈజ్ నథింగ్ బట్ we have to convert it into program. ఆల్రెడీ ఉన్నదాన్ని కాకుండా అది ఇచ్చిన ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ ఇక్కడ నాకు. They are just given information. This information I have to convert into code. That is called code. Did you understand? Respond. Are you able to follow me? Can you practice all these questions? Respond. Age is not a matter. Age is common. If you want to mention, you can mention. Understand? Can you do all these things? Respond. Did you understand? Are you able to follow me? Are you able to follow me? అర్థమవుతుందా చెప్పింది? Okay. Once practice, you can understand. Okay. So I request you to please attend the classes regularly. If you attend the classes regularly, you can understand. After completion of your graduation, you have to take more number of holidays. But this is the time to implement yourself. So don't waste your time unnecessarily. In your long life, you can take more number of vacations. But this type of vacations is especially helpful for your career importance. How to develop your career. ఈ హాలిడేస్ కావాలంటే మళ్ళీ ఎప్పుడైనా తీసుకోవచ్చు మీరు. So I want to assign assessments. I request everyone please listen. If possible, I will explain how to do everything. If you practice everything, you can understand. Don't worry. Okay, I'm here to help you for implementing coding concepts. So I request everyone, please focus. Okay, just I want to give you same type of questions. Okay, if possible, I will explain it right now. Don't worry, please listen. Just okay, very advanced అవును. Okay, one simple program. Okay, I want to give you four questions. Python assessment, for example, 3 basic. MC students, you also complete this task. Okay, I will check all your details. Okay, just I want to give you 100 minutes time, but it is not taking అంత టైం అక్కర్లేదు. Just I want to give you time up to tomorrow morning 8 o'clock. So please try to 9 o'clock at least. So just I want to tell you everything. Please listen. So just first of all, you have to open abhyas.ai/lab. Here you have to enter your SUC ID followed by your password. Don't open abhyas.ai. Abhyas.ai for your class point of view or trying to write the CRT examination. For Abhyas Lab, you can use abhyas.ai/lab. So click start button. Here I want to ask you to read meter number. Please listen. Just I want to take 5 minutes time to explain. So first ఇది చూడండి. ఈ ప్రోగ్రామ్ లో ఏం రాయాలి? మీటర్ నెంబర్ రీడ్ చేసుకున్నాడు. మీటర్ నెంబర్ ఈక్వల్ టు int of input. So first of all, you have to check how many inputs. Only two inputs. First one is meter number. Second one is units. Second one is units. Units equal to also integer. Okay. Just here constraints is given. What is the constraints? Less than 50, 2 rupees per unit. Okay? If units less than or equal to 50. In case units less than or equal to 50, what is the bill? Units into 2 rupees plus 50 rupees service charge. So this is the first condition, ELF. Second condition, units less than or equal to 100. So second condition. So bill equal to units into 3 rupees plus 80 rupees. So this is the second condition. ELF, units less than or equal to 200. Then bill equal to units into per unit 4 rupees plus service charge 100 rupees. ELF, units less than or equal to 400. So 200. This one is 200. So don't write mistakes. Try to check the every code properly. Okay. ఏది ఒక మిస్టేక్ చేసినా ఎర్రర్ వస్తుంది. సో బిల్ ఈక్వల్ టు యూనిట్స్ ఇంటూ ఫర్ 300 యూనిట్స్ ఇంటూ 5 రూపీస్ ప్లస్ 200 రూపీస్. నెక్స్ట్ ఈఎల్ఎఫ్. సో అన్ని ఈఎల్ఎఫ్స్ ఒకే ఆర్డర్లో ఉండాలి. సో గ్రేటర్ దెన్ 400, లెస్ దెన్ ఈక్వల్ టు 400. 4 అయితే బిల్ ఈక్వల్ టు యూనిట్స్ ఇంటూ 6 rupees plus 300 rupees. ELF, units less than or equal to 500. So bill equal to bill equal to bill equal to units into 7 rupees plus 300 rupees. So ఇది 300, ఇది 300. మీరు కన్ఫ్యూజ్ అవుతుంటారు. ఓకేనా? సో ఎల్స్. సో ఎల్స్ బిల్ ఈక్వల్ టు యూనిట్స్ ఇంటూ 12 rupees. సో ఇది వచ్చిన తర్వాత అవుట్పుట్ ఎట్ రాయాలి? ఫస్ట్ ప్రింట్ యూనిట్స్. యూనిట్స్ మీన్స్ ప్రింట్ మీటర్ నెంబర్. సారీ, ఫస్ట్ మీటర్ నెంబర్ ప్రింట్ చేయాలి, తర్వాత బిల్ ప్రింట్ చేయాలి. ప్రింట్ బిల్. సో దట్స్ ఇట్. సో ఫస్ట్ రన్ విత్ టెస్ట్ కేసెస్. ఇన్ కేస్ if it is any mistake is there, it will inform you. Otherwise, sample test cases are passed. Okay, hidden test case also passed. Same code. అందుకే ఇందాక ఒక స్టూడెంట్ అడిగినా నేను ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేయలేదు. సో సేమ్ క్రైటీరియా. ఫస్ట్ క్రైటీరియా లెస్ దెన్ 50 అయితే ఏంటి, లెస్ దెన్ 100 అయితే ఏంటి, లెస్ దెన్ 200 అయితే ఏంటి. సో ఎవ్రీ టైమ్ if it is true, it will happen. Otherwise, check the next condition. If it is true, it will happen. Otherwise, check the condition. If all the conditions are false, so go to else block into 12. సో ఫస్ట్ అవుట్పుట్ ఏంటి, ప్రింట్ ది మీటర్ నెంబర్. మీటర్ నెంబర్ అంటే MNO. నెక్స్ట్ బిల్. సో ఆల్ ది టెస్ట్ కేసెస్ పాస్డ్. Once all the test cases are passed, click submit code. So go to next one. సో హియర్ సేమ్ ఇందాకలాగా ఇచ్చాడు. సేమ్ ఇందాక ఇప్పుడే చెప్పాను నేను. సపోజ్ ఒక సబ్జెక్ట్ తీసుకోవాలి. సబ్జెక్ట్ అంటే ఏంటి, M ఈక్వల్ టు ఇంట్ ఆఫ్ ఇన్పుట్. M ఈక్వల్ టు ఇంట్ ఆఫ్ ఇన్పుట్ ఆర్ యావరేజ్. ఇందాక నేను యావరేజ్ తీసుకున్నాను సార్ అంటే తీసుకో ఏవిజీ అని. సో కండిషన్, వాట్ ఇస్ ద ఫస్ట్ కండిషన్? ఇఫ్ ఏవిజీ గ్రేటర్ దెన్ ఆర్ ఈక్వల్ టు 90, ఇఫ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ట్రూ, ప్రింట్ డిస్టింక్షన్. సేమ్ ఇప్పుడు చెప్పినవే. ఫర్ యువర్ ప్రాక్టీసింగ్ పర్పస్ ఐ వాంట్ టు గివ్ యూ. If you do everything properly, you can understand. Suppose some of the students may listen the classes only for attendance. So they have to read every time. So I request you to please, you have to focusing on job only. So పీజీ చేయాలి అవన్నీ పెట్టుకోకండి. సో ఇంకా బెటర్ కావాలంటే చేయొచ్చు. ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు ఫోకసింగ్ ఆన్ campus placement. Once if you focusing on campus placement, if you get more than 3 to companies, you will get confidence on you. Without getting any job, if you want to study further studies, you won't get any confidence on PG also. నువ్వు జాబ్కి వెళ్తావు లేదు సెకండరీ. how to build your confidence levels. So average greater than or equal to 40. Print pass. Print pass. If all the conditions are false, go to else block, print fail. Print fail. So this is the code actually. Sorry, ఇచ్చిందే నేను రాశాను. So submit. So all test cases are passed. Same. Once all test cases are passed, so check the for capital letters. Your first one is capital, mention capital. Don't write in small, don't write in all capitals. So you have to write the code based on the given input and output. Even characters also same. First capital ఉన్నప్పుడు capital ఉండాలి. Class లో అన్ని ఫస్ట్ క్యాపిటల్ ఉంది కాబట్టి క్యాపిటల్ ఉండాలి. స్మాల్ ఇచ్చి క్యాపిటల్ ఇచ్చి డిఫరెన్స్ ఇక్కడ సేమ్ ఇది రెండు ఒకటే ఒక దాంట్లో అంటే we have to check all capital letters and all small letters are same or not. Even if you give some single space extra, it will give you error. And error means maybe the related test case pass అవ్వచ్చు. Okay, it takes time. Maybe same so many of the students are typing the same code. So one completed. Already I will discuss the second one. The third one. The third one is just here of how many inputs, only one input. So you can use any variable name. Just I want to take X. You can take N, you can take A. It's your wish. So what is positive? Positive or negative? I am just thinking for the negative. Negative means if any number less than 0, that is negative. So print negative. So negative N in single quotation or double quotation, write negative. Negative. So don't use cap letters because all are in small letters here. In case if it is not negative, the alternative is positive. So here also small letters. So this is the code. Even you can write in shorthand if else also. You can write in shorthand if else. So once write, go to submit code. So go to next one. The next one is same. Already we discussed it. So here you have to do two inputs. A value or XY value or MN value. It's our wish. Variable name is your choice. So there is no restriction to read any type of variable. So A value, B value. I'm just for same. Same is nothing but A equal to B. So I'm saying that A and B same and what is the output same. So print same. In case if it is not same, if it is not same, go to else block. So what is the output? Not same. So here the two values are not same, not same. Two values are same, same. What is the operator for same? Equal to equal to. So run with the test cases. So all test cases are passed. Submit the code. So you have to do all these things and finally submit it. So I request all the students trying to attend all the questions, and also I will give you 150 questions end of the day. If you solve all the 150 questions, definitely you will get more idea on coding. And also I will assign Python certifications also. And also from tomorrow onwards, I am going to assign C certifications for degree students. You all should complete Cisco C certification from tomorrow. So this is for today. I request all the students, please respond. Are you able to follow me? Did you understand everything? I request you to please respond. Are you able to follow me? Did you understand? అర్థమవుతుందమ్మా? రెస్పాండ్ అవ్వండి ఫాస్ట్గా. Once if you practice everything, you can understand. Okay? Okay, thank you. What about PG students? Okay. Thank you, students. This is for today. I request all the students please attend the assessments and also try to complete everything. Okay. Bye. I love you. Have a nice day. Take care. See you soon.